Hey guys, this is CJ for TV Pop Culture, episode 24. So this weekend, the internet kind of threw up and its vomit. There was a blue police box with a crazy man inside it who's over 900 years old, but we'll get to that later. Right now, there's some real world news that I want to touch base on that does affect the pop culture community. So Canada is getting ready to pass its own version of SOPA. Um, so basically, what this will do now, its official name is Bill C-11. Now, with this being said, it means that uh, we will lose certain things if this does come to pass. You cannot rip CDs onto your iPod, so you can say goodbye to that. If you will not be able to unlock your smartphone, and if you want to unlock it, you'll have to pay about $500. And also, not only that, but there is now, let me think, so this was released on Thursday, so this would mean that there is, by the time this gets released, be about 9 days left until this goes active. There will be a vote on this. We also have a link to the exact article, which goes into further detail. But basically, this will be screwing the digital pooch. If you are Canadian, or if you are a Canadian citizen and of legal age to vote, uh, I ask you to please vote against this, because if this bill comes to pass, we will lose things like PVR, along with being able to unlock our smartphones, to break region locks, and they can arrest you and send you up to a sentence of 50 years in a security prison. And they don't even need evidence to do this. Apparently, what is going on with this new bill, or if this new bill is passed, I should say, it will basically be screwing all of us over. Say, for example, little Jimmy here buys a Blu-ray. However, this Blu-ray isn't available in North America, and he wants to watch it on his PS3. Now, for those of you who don't know, the PS3 is region locked, even though Blu-rays are not. Anyways, um, so if he tries to unlock his PS3, and either whether he succeeds or doesn't is irrelevant at this point, the government of Canada can actually have him arrested and placed in jail. What does this mean? Well, basically what it means is basically what it means is you. That's what it means. They're pretty much telling all of us to go F off. And yes, so and I know what some of you are going to say, oh, well, that's a violation of human rights. Well, under this new bill, it won't be a violation of human rights. So, speaking of which, in related news, I remember last week we had been talking about how Mega Upload, for those of you who weren't with us last week, Mega Upload, the founder of it, had been charged with piracy and has been sentenced to 50 years in prison. However, the maximum sentence for rape offenders is 20 years. So here's my question. What? So, anyways, now let's get into some more pop culture news, shall we? So, the Winnipeg Comic and Toy Expo on March 3rd and the 4th. So far, the only confirmed guest is Michael Dorn, and the tickets for the expo have gone on sale. Unfortunately, no one bothers to tell me anything. So, in video game news, someone decided that they would take the PS Vita apart and found out that the components are only worth $150. All of not that each individual component is worth $150, but that all of the components put together are worth $150. So that's personally what I think we should be having to pay for this. In all honesty, I think the price for this stupid thing is kind of outrageous. But yeah, so Nintendo has created its own live network. Now, what does this mean? Well, the Nintendo Live Network is kind of like how we have Xbox Live, and for those of you PS3 players have, I can't remember what it's called, PS Online. I don't know. I have a PS3. I just can't remember what it's called. Anyways, so what will this allow you to do? You can play cooperative games with your friends, talk to your friends, and even have video chats with your friends, as long as you have a webcam hooked up to your Wii. Resident Evil 6, um, a new little tidbit of information has come up where they will have a 6-player co-op mode. Whether this is for story or for a multiplayer mode, I could not identify, but yeah, so uh, 6 people sounds, I don't know, sounds pretty good. Hey, that's 3 Xboxes. So if you did a system link and then had 2 other people on the internet, I mean, hey, that's pretty good. Anyways, Syndicate demo has been set to be released on January 31st for the Xbox Live and PS3 as well, I believe. Now, there is a rumor that I've heard of, which concerns me. And if it is more than just a rumor, I hope Microsoft does change its mind. Anyways, Microsoft, this is what the rumor is about. So apparently Microsoft has decided that they will be getting rid of the Microsoft points by the end of the year, which will not only affect the Xbox Live Marketplace, but will also affect the Windows Phone and Zune. In all honesty, I really hope they don't. I think they'd be losing a lot of customers, considering the fact that, well, I mean, not everyone has a credit card, especially if you're, a teenager, or if you can't get approved for a credit card, like myself. So I really hope Microsoft doesn't do this. Even if I did have a credit card, I would not want to use it. So overall, I think this is definitely a bad time to do this. Not just because they have so many customers who don't have credit cards, but because of the fact that after what happened with the PlayStation Network, really? You want to try this? I mean, it's like you're walking up to the hackers just like, come on, hack us. So, um, yeah, so what? Anyways, the new Xbox has been announced, and it is called the Xbox 720p, and has been set to be released sometime between October and November of 2013. So that'll be sometime next year. Uh, Netflix will not be renting games anymore. The founder of Netflix stated that they will still continue to rent out movies and TV shows, but unfortunately not games. So you'll have to go to Best Buy or Rogers. I don't know who still rents video games anymore. Anyways, Rayman Origins has been announced that it will be coming to the PC. Unfortunately, this means Windows PC only, so for all of us Mac users, yeah. And for some reason, Soul Calibur 5 has DLC. I don't understand. The game's not out yet. So basically, what this means is what? um, there are certain things you can get in this DLC package, such as different armor, clothing, weapons, etc. Um, and now that we are done with that, it's time to move on to some Doctor Who news. We actually have enough Doctor Who news to actually call it its own section. So, Doctor Who kicked some ass at the British TV Awards. Both Matt Smith and Karen Gillan won Best TV Actor and TV Actress of 2012. Or, no, sorry, of 2011. My mistake. So, hey, congratulations, you two. I have to say, you guys both deserved it. Um, Now, some of you who have been on eBay and whose comic and collector shops may have more of a wider variety of products, you may have noticed a poster for a TARDIS safe. Now, this safe is not like the one that is currently out where you get a small little key and you can just stick it in there. This one will use your iPhone or iPod Touch. Now, what this will do is you'll punch in a code into your iPod or iPod Touch while it is in the docking unit of the TARDIS. The iPod or iPhone will then flash a light which will send a message to the computer inside the TARDIS telling it that this is the correct password or the incorrect password. And then your safe will open. As cool as this sounds, oh, by the way, it is been set to release for later in this year. As cool as this does sound, I'm a bit concerned because personally, I would rather buy the one that has the key than the one that you need the iPhone or iPod Touch for. The reason for this being is because you can have a key duplicated. You literally can have any key in the world duplicated. But to have to go out and buy a new iPhone or iPod Touch, I don't know. I mean, it is cool. It is really cool. Like, I don't want to, be like, oh, well, you shouldn't buy this because I think it's crap. I don't. I think it's awesome, but it leaves me concerned because there are people in the world who, would go and steal someone's iPod or iPhone. Now, with that being said, it's time to move into some anniversary news for Doctor Who. So, Eve Miles, who plays Gwen Cooper on Torchwood, made a statement about not only Torchwood returning, but about her being in Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. So this is a direct quote. As far as I know at the moment, everything is still very much on hold with Russell T Davies, as things happening in his personal life, she told Clutchbox. John Bowerman is very much on the same page as me, and that if and when they need us, they can just pick up the phone and we will be there before they've even put the phone down because it's something that we love doing. So, in other words, unfortunately, Torchwood will not be returning this summer. Now, as far as she knows, nothing is going to happen in 2012. That much is for sure. She has no clue if anything is going to be going on in 2013. However, she has implied that she would like seeing a movie. And I, as a Torchwood fan, I think I speak for a lot of us when I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. Now, she also confirmed that she thinks a crossover episode for her and Doctor Who would be inappropriate. Excuse me, as she explained. Now this has come across wrong, and I want to get this out that I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was that the direction we are taking with Torchwood was very violent kind of storylines. The characters were going through certain narratives that are pretty heavy and adult. What I mean was that it's difficult for a character to do those kind of scenes than do Doctor Who, which my niece and my nephews watch, and I would never let them watch Torchwood. As a difficult crossover, it would work with Captain Jack because John does it beautifully. If I was asked, it would be an absolute horror to be involved with something as huge as Doctor Who again. We were born from Doctor Who, and we will be eternally grateful to the mothership. And I always say that never gets printed. If I was involved, I'm sure it'd be a wonderful thing. But there's been no phone call and no talk, so she doubts that she'll be involved. So, yeah, a lot of people are still unsure about that. And, oh, wrong thing. And, so, as some of you may know, earlier on in the year, actually at the very beginning of the year, we had been told that Doctor Who was getting ready for its first full video game launch for the PS3. Since then, we have found out many things. It will be called Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock, and it looks like crap. I'm sorry, like I'm a Doctor Who fan. I love Doctor Who. I love the old stuff. I love the new stuff. But why? I mean, why? Like, this makes no sense. It looks like a video game out of the 90s. I mean, I can almost picture like the BBC just sitting there just like, okay, crap, we're running out of time. Okay, we need a trailer. What can we do? Well, I have some stuff that's in the 90s. Sure. We'll edit Matt Smith in there and River Song and boom, okay, that's our video game. It's like, why? You're not even trying. It's what? So, yeah, after seeing that, I wanted to slap BBC across the face. And here's another reason why I want to slap BBC. Doctor Who Insider, unfortunately, has been taken down. The ninth issue will be the last issue of Doctor Who Insider that will be printed. So, first we lost the Doctor Confidentiality program, and now we're losing Doctor Who Insider magazine. What the hell? But, you know, hey, what can you do, right? Anyways, Funimation has gone rights to, I'm sure I'm gonna butcher this name, Haganai. Anyways, so they've made plans to release that on DVD and Blu-ray. However, if you don't want to wait that long to see it, you can head over to Funimation.com and watch it on their website. Now this is a little bit of Winnipeg news. For those of you wishing to go to the Icon Winter Festival, which is on the 11th of February, you can head down to Urban Entertainment on Pinema. Just so that you know, tickets are running low, so you should try and get them while you can. The address is 1389 Pinema Highway. Now, back to some more Funimation news. So Funimation, unfortunately, has announced that they will be discontinuing 4 different DVD and Blu-ray titles. Here's what they are: Dragon Ball Z Kai, Kodocha, Nirmia Daikon Brothers, Robotech, The Shadow Chronicles. Unfortunately, all of those will be going out of print. Dragon Ball Z Kai is parts 1 to 4. Kodocha is seasons 1 and 2. and the other two previous titles will just be going out of print altogether. The North American anime retailer Right Stuff, unfortunately, I guess, can no longer keep them. As an addition, two live-action films, Ghost Train and how the hell do you pronounce this? Slythena? I don't know. It's spelt Synethesa. Have also been discontinued by Right Stuff. They have noted that once the current stocks are depleted, they will no longer be available. So if you want to get any of those titles, now would be the time. Whether or not HMV or anyone else will be discontinuing them, I honestly have no idea. But yeah, if you wish to see the full articles, you can find them on our Facebook page, which you can simply find by typing in TV Pop Culture into Facebook in the page sections. I am CJ for TV Pop Culture, signing off.